Friends, are you ready to see the most exciting roguelike first-person shooters to drop in all of 2024? If not, well, you got about 2 seconds to get ready, because here it comes. Yes. I mean, what is there not to like about this? I don't know, but I'll tell you what I do like, and that is its graphics, its art style, features, weapons, and the combat is looking smooth as butter itself. So my friends, Abyssus is a roguelike set in a subaquatic ruins of an ancient civilization. But as you might have figured, the place, it was not empty. It was filled with outlandish enemies and weapons for you to slay and master. But not only that, it's also rocking a perk system. I mean, there's not much details on it, but it does have an emphasis on experiment, meaning you will be able to experiment with different weapons and powers to find a style that fits you the best. Now, I'm very excited to jump into the water and explore this underwater world. Are you? Tower of Osiris, huh? Well, yeah, and it looks good, like really good. And why, you might ask? Well, it has some well-polished voxel graphics to it, sick weapons, quite boring enemies if I may say so myself, but the highlight is without a doubt what looks to be holy macaroni movement. Movement that will make you feel like Sonic himself, but still in control. It looks to rock that fine line between feeling fast and fluid, but manageable, and to keep things interesting, well, the levels, they are procedurally generated with each floor that you enter, amping up the difficulty, adding more enemies, more traps, and more puzzles for you to solve. And not to mention the boss fights. They look really juicy. Cyberpunk madness? Yes, that is exactly what Exilium is. Now, this game has a heavy emphasis on replayability, so not only will each level be procedurally generated, it will also offer different loot each run, meaning you will be slaying your way through this game with a ton of different weapons each time you jump in. Plus, it features permanent upgrades so that you get stronger and can make it further and further every time you try. Now, I am a little skeptical over the game's graphics. They don't really appeal to me nor look all that impressive, but hopefully the game's sick mobility and rocket jumping can make up for just that. Can you feel the blood rushing through the holy macaronis? Well, I sure can. Blood Rush is a roguelike, like the games before it in this video, but there is something that makes this one stand out, and that is the game's heavy focus on your skills. Not only is it possible to finish the game without taking a single hit if you're good enough, you also have the opportunity to build up some sick combos using weapons, melee, parry, and magical abilities. If you manage to do exactly that, you will fill up your flow bar, and that in return will heal you and giving you unannounced bonuses in combat. It sounds a bit like Ultra Kill meets a proper roguelike, and I am down for it. Hey, why haven't you joined the Discord yet? There is daily game recommendations in there, plus we have an archive for you to browse any type of game you want. So what are you waiting for? Join today, and while you're at it, hit that like, subscribe, check out the merch shop, and become a member to the channel. Thank you! Now this one might look very simple at first glance, and yeah, well, it might just be that. The story, it revolves around you investigating this church you're seeing in the footage here. And you know what? Simple and basic is not all that bad. That is exactly what we need sometimes. Luckily though, if you want more, I can tell you that there is some depth to the game, if one wishes to dig into it. It features things like bullet time, different unlockable weapons, abilities unlocked in each round as you go, and permanent upgrades, with both cannon fodder fights and boss battles. And honestly, the hand-drawn graphics is usually not something that I prefer, but something about the colors used in this game and the clean lines just, oh, it hits good and I like it. Oh, whoa, so many things going on here. Where do we start? Well, okay, let's start with all the visual effects. While cool, I think they might be a wee bit too much. Hopefully though we can turn some of them off in the options to suit as many people as possible. But other than that, this game is looking to become an absolute holy macaroni banger. It's a boss rush roguelike featuring a ton of movement abilities, speed, weapons and bosses. Now the bosses are of course the game's highlight, hard to take down, plenty of different mechanics to them, but also designed so that you have to utilize all the tools and mechanics that you have at your disposal if you want to progress in the game. A very interesting game indeed, and I can't wait to get slaughtered by the bosses. Now here is one that focuses on crazy and fun, both being equally as much focused. It has all you're come to expect things as any roguelike should, with abilities, upgrades and many weapons. But what really makes this one stick out is the crazy. The abilities you will come across will have the power to destroy, lift and bend certain parts in the environments, because why not? But it's also used for environmental puzzling. The procedurally generated levels, they will challenge you more than with just enemies. So in other words, I love that the game is combining hectic roguelike first-person shooter action with physics and destruction. On paper it sounds like a very nice dream game come true. Hopefully it's well executed as well.
These creatures infernal, these perils eternal. Lord, heal me, free me.
Now this one and I, well, we have a history together. Not only do I own one of the exclusive Sulfur t-shirts, I also helped present this game on stage at Comic-Con in Sweden. And why did you do that, Slim? Well, because Perfect Random, the developers behind this game, are a fantastic bunch of folks that are developing an even more fantastic roguelike. Trust me when I say that everything from the game's art style, atmosphere, inventory system, crafting, upgrades is just so goddamn well done that the sheer quality of this game makes it stick out as one of my most anticipated FPS drops in 2024. I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to spoil here, but I did play the game and the game is very good. Very good indeed, and you should be excited for it. My friends, that was the top 8 most exciting first-person shooter roguelikes to drop in all of 2024. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. Love ya, and here comes some more bangers.